tell us a little bit more about why this is a strategic town.
Well, the main reason it's strategic is it lies just on the route between Raqqa, which is the Islamic State group's headquarters in Syria, and Mosul, which is its headquarters in Iraq. It's really important for IS that it can keep that route open. It makes it much easier to supply goods, weapons, ammunition, all the sort of things that are important to keep its control of Mosul. If it loses that highway, it can, of course, continue to supply Mosul from Raqqa by taking smaller routes and going through the desert. But it's much more difficult to do so. It takes much more time, and its forces will be much more exposed to coalition Air Force strikes. So it's very important. Once Sinjar is in the control of the Kurds, they can move further to the east, to the town of Tal Afar. If they manage to take Tal Afar, they're within striking distance of Mosul. That's the key target, both for the Kurds and for the Iraqi government. They'll be looking to see how this develops. If it goes well, they'll be thinking ahead to how they can take Mosul next year.
Now, last year, many Yazidis were angry at the Kurdish Peshmerga when they failed to support them. Does this point to divisions within the Kurds?
There are divisions within the Kurds. I mean, I wouldn't want to over-exaggerate it, but there's no doubt that after the fall of Sinjar, when the Peshmerga, the Kurdish regional government's regular troops, withdrew and effectively left the Yazidis to the attacks by the IS group, we saw this horrible deaths, the rapes, the enslavement of thousands of people. There was a feeling, and it persists amongst many Yazidis, who are Kurdish but have a separate religion, which is a sort of mixture of Christianity, Islam, and Zoroastrianism, regarded as devil worships by the Islamic State organization. There is a feeling amongst them that they were abandoned, and the only organization that came to their assistance at that time were the YPG, which is an offshoot of the Workers' Party, the PKK based in Turkey. They came to the assistance of the Yazidis, not the Peshmerga, and they remained afterwards and still in the area, despite the fact that the Kurdish regional government wants them to get out and go back to Syria, which is where they came from. So there is a little bit of tension there, but during this offensive, it's interesting that alongside the Peshmerga and the Kurdish special units that are fighting, there are Yazidi units trained by the Kurdish government, Yazidi units trained by the YPG, and YPG and PKK fighters as well. So they're acting together on this one.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for that, Rob.